Legend of Total War here with part 5 of my Hearts of Iron 4 Let's Play campaign as Poland. Right, so previously we defeated China, but to be honest it seemed like it was a waste of time. I don't think I really gained anything from it, so that kind of sucked. Yeah, I don't know. So basically right now we're just getting ready to for war with Axis forces, but it just requires a bit of preparation. The Republic of Guatemala joins allies. Doesn't bother me. So coming over here to have a little look at what's going on. I mean, the longer we wait, the easier it's going to be, because Axis powers and Allied powers are fighting each other, and I'm not losing anything. The only thing that I'm possibly losing is these guys here. But they're not getting any reinforcements from here either. But it's just a shame to, you know, their equipment's deteriorating. It's not a good situation for them. That's why I'm saying, like, this was not... all the effort that we put into attacking China was for nothing, essentially. I should have just left it. Because if I had not attacked China, I could have just left a couple of units on the border here because Japan had like no troops left on the mainland. Now they have heaps. But at the same time, the British Raj are now getting in there. Maybe they'll conquer them. You know, I'm thinking, we're stretched quite thin. Why the fuck are we bothering to defend Romania? Why don't we just pull out? And we'll defend like here instead. It's much more defensible. And that'll give us more units to defend other areas. Because this is not vital territory. Just like what we did here, it's not vital territory. You need to protect mainland Poland, of course. They haven't put many troops across here. So I might be able to take Prussia quite easily. Or whatever the fuck this is, I don't know. East Prussia. I might train another 40 units actually. Over here. I just feel like I'm stretched a bit thin. How long is that going to take? 9th of May 1948. It doesn't take too long. So another 370,000 troops in training. And I think we'll need to build some forts along here. If I could just go max level, I don't give a shit. Because by the time those troops are retrained, or sorry, by the time they're trained, some of these are maxed out now anyway. Most of the stuff will be constructed. So yeah, prioritize this stuff, because most of these are already well built up. Let's focus on this. The Germans don't even seem to be focusing on this now. The big downside here is that we don't have a lot of manpower left in reserve. I mean, like I said, we're only on 5%, but if I go up to service bar requirements, it will reduce factory output, making it less efficient. Not that it really matters when we've got this much stuff. 1.5 million guns. Plus, we are also still researching stuff. Once they're available, I'm going to start making them like crazy. Just make thousands of them. I need to have air superiority so that we can drop nukes. Might be better even waiting until that's done. Yeah, a little bit faster. So it's mostly just a waiting game at the moment. It probably would be more efficient to put just a few units on this border as opposed to all of this, but the Germans, they've stretched themselves too thin anyway. Most of their troops are over here. They're defending against invasions. Okay, time to distribute half of all of these troops across this border here. Oh shit, yeah, across this one. They didn't do it evenly. Probably need a few units in there. Well, not that many. Because that's just plains. That'll be harder to defend. Even with the forts there. That's a weak spot. So how are we going? Fort levels. Also, another thing to note is that the enemy air force can end up damaging our forts. So it might be good if we've got air superiority in the area. See if I can create some new air wings. So what have we got? Some more trash. Seems like they've really put a lot of troops into Hungary. They don't want to lose that at all. Maybe I shouldn't have made them go fascist, so I didn't have to worry about them. But the whole point was so that I could invade them without the UK getting in the way. But now the Germans are getting in the way. Most of the Italian forces over here. It doesn't seem like anyone's bothering the Italians at the moment. So they've gained a little bit of Egypt. Hardly any resources in Africa, which I think is a bit sort of bullshit. If anything, Africa's got some of the richest resources in the world. Yeah, so the Americans, they're definitely working on it, but they keep getting killed. I kind of want them to have a little bit of success though, because if they could kill off some Germans for me, that would be very useful, but they're probably not doing very much. Still just waiting for the right time to strike. How are we going with construction? A lot of civilian factories, probably exporting a lot of goods. Might be a good idea actually to start researching an air doctrine. Let's have a look. Yeah, I do like air superiority. So we'll go with this. And that's almost all done. I don't need to bother about that. So the Danes are crossing into Sweden. That's fine by me. Because if... Oh, there goes another nuke into Germany. 40%. That'll actually really help me out because I'm going to be the one to gain Berlin. So if I just make a mad rush to Berlin, I could just make the Germans surrender. Without the Allies ever taking any territory away from them. Of course, here's the thing. They've been fighting the Germans for nearly 10 years now. Actually, probably more than 10 years. Oh, no. Almost 10 years. Anyway, so they will have lost a monstrous number of men in all this. And that's going to give them a lot of... a lot to work with, I guess, when they want to claim whatever they want to claim. Which is unfortunate from us. Okay, I want half of them across this area here. Actually, I think I'll send 10 of them over here. And the last 10... So I've only got one unit on each of these borders. I'll bring them over here. I'll set up another attack. To go through here. So we have an army size of 3.5. Oh shit. I didn't... Oh, another 40 wouldn't hurt, but it's not what I wanted originally. Actually, I'm low manpower now. Right, so which one's this? That was this one here. So that's the jet fighter. Okay, good. I want those. Switzerland joins allies. Well, fuck. Switzerland's gonna get wiped out. No concern of mine. So, in production here. Okay, we don't need support. Well, I'll tell you what we really don't need. We really don't need infantry equipment. So let's give them... Oh god, I can't just switch it over. I actually have to delete it. Okay, then. Planes, what do we need? So where are they? Jet fighter 2. Good. Let's start on that. Oh, there's more than what's needed. And give them top priority. A little bit low on tungsten. Well, actually, they require a lot of tungsten. But the thing is, we're making a lot of these things that's not even efficient at all. So once it gets some efficiency, that's going to produce a lot of jet fighters. And I'm probably the first person to even get these. What's this? Oh, I thought someone's going to assign these guys. I think I got 3 men in there. I think it's 16 men there. Just an additional 4 over here will help. So we're not even making one of them a day yet. But just give it some time. Here's the thing, it doesn't use steel. Well, rubber's not an issue, we've got plenty of that. I'll tell you where we can get some aluminium from Hungary. So it looks like the Germans nuked Switzerland. Someone did. I don't really give a shit either way. Go ahead and waste your nukes. Save you having to waste them on me. This is why we need air superiority as well, to make sure they don't nuke us. Okay, I want to see what's going on here. So the British are making an attack. They'll fail, of course, because they're half-assing it. Okay, I'm going to cancel one of these support equipment. We don't need, what's that? 1/3 of a million support equipment. But I do need more jet fighters. Very low on tungsten now. It's okay, we don't need the artillery, so it doesn't matter. None of the tungsten. Also, all of the tungsten is being used for artillery. Sorry, for jet fighters. Especially capitulated, I didn't think they'd last long. Still, 160,000 artillery left in reserve. It doesn't really matter if it's not making that much. Lack of resources. Well, I wouldn't really be able to import it. Where can we get some more tungsten? There should be plenty in Germany. Not really. Lots of chrome in Neo-Ottoman Empire. I wonder, if I was to justify a war goal on this, because I got plenty of things, let me just see. Will the British cockblock me? Yeah. Well, you know, Free France is as bad as Britain. Bring me into war against the Allies, I don't want that. Who the fuck are these guys? So they're a fascist government in the Allies. That's weird. Right, how are we going with our planes? So we've only got 100 of them so far. It's not very many. Berlin gets nuked again. If this keeps up, the war's going to be over soon. And then I'll have to go up against the Allies, because I need to get Danzig back. I'm just not certain if I'm ready yet. Alright, so... in Warsaw here, let's create new air wing. What's that? Here. Set that to maximum. It'll reinforce itself over time. And their job is to intercept. And provide air superiority. Can't have them nuking this area. So every time one of those gets made, it'll get put into here. So we should have reasonable air superiority there. Because I imagine that the Germans are still using their planes to like bomb Britain. But the thing is, we've got to do a lot of catching up. We're making a few planes every day, so that's certainly helping. So with these, still got quite a few forts left to build, but it's getting done. Hardly anything on the German border here. I think once these guys here are recruited, we'll go in. Time to attack. Because they'll be fully equipped. I think I'll put half of them on the border here, because it's like three units on some of these. I'm feeling a bit nervous about that. It doesn't seem to be anything over here. And then the other half we'll use to, I don't know, attack the Germans. Because if we can just go straight to Berlin, we might just get them to surrender. You can't be sitting here when the war begins. You get sunk straight away. And then, of course, we have a somewhat complex plan over here. These guys attack while these guys get the fuck out of there. All of their equipment's deteriorated. It's all Japan's fault. Actually, it's all my fault for bloody asking for that territory. I should have, instead of asking for these, I should have asked for more of this crap over here. Or not even, I shouldn't have even gone to war with China, because Japan wouldn't have any of this territory, which now we need to take off them. I wouldn't have had to worry about Japan at all. So, let's see here. Almost ready. These guys, how much longer have they got to go? 11th of September. 5 more days. Alright, if that's the case, as soon as they show up, we start justifying war to retake Danzig. It took out the communists, now it's time to take out the fascists. Fascists versus fascists. Now, as far as this campaign is concerned, I don't see the point in taking on the Allies afterwards. If I can take out Germany, I can take out the Allies. Because even if I only get like half of the German Reich out of the war, I'll still be far more powerful than the Allies. Alright, so, like I said, half of these divisions I want spread out over here. And the other half I want spread out here. So these are defensive lines where I don't want them moving around all the time. In my opinion, a front line can actually be really inefficient, especially if you've got sufficient troops defending it. So now, justify war goal, retake core state. Let's do this. Let's hope we're ready, because it's going to be... We're going up against a lot more than when we're going up against Soviets, but we're way stronger now. And they're fighting wars on multiple fronts. So we can only afford to take 1 million casualties before we'll have to increase our recruitment laws. But you know, we get 10,000 extra men every month, so that certainly helps. So when is this going to be ready? Justifying war, it'll be ready 30th of September, that's tomorrow. Fuck, slow down. Right, so before they get a chance to do anything, they haven't got sufficient troops in here. Let's very quickly cut these guys off. I doubt they'll be able to use their ports to get the fuck out of there. They'll get caught by a very large British fleet. He's trying to get back. Don't let him. Looks like I didn't even need forts over here. Well, better to over-prepare than under-prepare sometimes. Keep these guys here, because we want them stuck there. Moving in here may not be a good idea. Like, we can gain some territory. What if we just did a mad rush straight from Berlin? Send these guys here. Because if we just made Germany surrender, because of all the nukes that have been dropped on it, Berlin's worth 50 victory points. If we took Berlin, they'd be done for. We can always fall back if it doesn't work. I mean, they're not ready to attack, no way in hell. So, that's fine. Guess I didn't need all those forts after all. Take this slope and do this right. Okay, enact a plan in the east. Don't worry about Turkey right now. So, let's get all this shit underway, just get it done. Didn't have an attack plan because I didn't think I'd use it. That's fine. Gotta get to Berlin. Berlin while they're not expecting it. Okay, while it's going on, let's make sure over here these guys get started coming back. They haven't called these guys in yet. Send it to Japan. Japan's refusing to join. Fine. I'm sure they'll come in eventually. Okay, Turks are showing up over here. Not my concern. I'm not giving them military access. They can fuck off. Mad rush. Take these territories. Take all this stuff. Kill all the Germans. Come off from their supplies. Good. See if we can get to Berlin. Of course, they'd probably be pretty desperate to get over here. Try and stop us. Okay, pretty much cut them off. They're trying to get guys out of here, that's for sure. I think they'd rather take their chances out at sea than deal with the Polish army. Okay, you can't cross there. I guess we can continue to move forward here, I guess. I didn't end up using these forts. Kind of a shame, but when you get this opportunity here, you gotta use it. Hang on, stop. So the German Reich is already 13% towards capitulation. So is Italy and the new Ottoman Empire. What's going on in Italy? Where are they losing territory? Some over here. I haven't taken. Oh look, they're getting invaded over here by someone. Like I said, my primary objective right now is take Berlin. Cross the river here. These guys here are pretty much cut off. Bring him in over. So how are we going so far? 14,000 men, they've lost 62,000 against us. We're doing really well. Doesn't look like we're going to get all the way to Berlin, but it's a good start to the war, if nothing else. We didn't have to be defensive straight away, so that helps. But all the forts that I built along there totally weren't. Didn't make any use of it. And at least we've taken Danzig back. Germans held onto it for a very long time, but that couldn't be helped. Yeah, we're not going to get to Berlin, I think. I just don't have enough pushing power. I can still try. How are they doing over here? Yeah, they're not going to get across that. It's not going to happen. They'll take this, but that's okay. Fuck it, I'm going to push back against them. Germans are tired of all this war, and they're not doing a very good job. We're so close to Berlin. You guys hope and get over here. Imagine that. Poland defeating or invading Germany. Okay, gotta get to Berlin. It might be undefended. And thanks to Allied nukes, it doesn't matter about military factories. Thanks to Allied nukes, it might actually cause them to surrender. Try and take every fucking victory point we can find. Pin them down, don't let them get back to Berlin. So losing Prague probably gave them a little bit of an advantage. As in terms of victory points. Fall of Berlin. Oh, that wasn't enough. But still, we took Berlin. That's pretty impressive. Okay, there's still a lot more to take. Can you guys get over here? This is where the offensive is really happening. This is where the defensive is. Okay, that's too many troops there. Send half of them over here. I'm gonna spearhead, take as many of their important settlements over here as we can. Didn't even need my goddamn planes, did I? Over here. Keep putting pressure on them. Keep heading west. Captured Berlin. That's great, but we're not done yet. Got the Germans on the run. It's 43,000. They've lost more than us. That's good. Anyway, it's not about that. It's about ending the war quickly. I can micromanage this. Oh, hang on. We haven't checked what's going on over here. Oh, we're not at war with them. All that preparation went in for nothing. Maybe they predicted that's what we kind of wanted. It's in theirs. So we are 74% towards victory. The Allies are probably kicking themselves right now. They're going, how the fuck does stupid fucking Poland manage to do in 6 weeks what we haven't done in 10 years by themselves? Maybe it's just luck. You just got lucky, Poland. Yes, because if you credit luck to everything, then nothing means anything. Okay, fine. Yep, stay there. Control the river. Keep pushing them back across the rivers. Control the coast. Where's their new capital? It doesn't matter. How much is Prague worth? 20 victory points. It would be good to take that back. I don't think they ever took that. So keep pushing them across. See, we don't have supply issues here because German infrastructure is good. Much easier to fight here without having to worry about supplies. Don't worry about this. It doesn't matter. This war is probably going to be over soon. Well, actually, no. The war with Germany might be over soon, but not World War II. It's not going to be over anytime soon. Because Germany's not the only major faction. We've got to take out Japan and Italy. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about that too much. Maybe, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will train 20 of these. Doesn't use up much manpower. Because this could be a long war. But we're going to knock Germany out of it straight away. Okay, way up here. To Hamburg, 15 victory points. Kiel, 10 victory points. That's it. Try to retake Prague. Oh, motherfuckers. They penetrated us here. Okay, what am I going to do about that? I'm going to need to send these guys, 10 of them, over here. I'm going to need to send some reinforcements back, so if we can try and close up this gap here, that would certainly help. Don't worry about them right now, we'll catch them later. Put pressure on there to stop them from sending more troops in. No. So yeah, they've just damaged the forts by a lot. That's what happened. Half of them need to go back. Can't let them spearhead into here. Gotta stop it. Push them back across. They're just getting slaughtered. Well, I guess this just further saying we gotta take Germany out of this war. More down over here. Back off. If it's not working, it's not working. Problem is, now they're holding that fort position, it's going to be very hard for us to take it back. How do they have that region? Or maybe I just did manage to take it. They're bringing a lot of troops in here. How are we going out here? There's nothing. A lot of troops here. Bring them in over here. At the very least, contain this. Germany's almost out of the war. Crossed over the river here. Once we've taken Hamburg and Kiel, hopefully they surrender. Because then we can definitely reallocate forces down this way. Keep this contained. It could actually be a good thing if they send too many troops in here, because it'll they're trying to pocket us. Okay, I need to send some troops up here to resist this. I think they've overextended themselves over there. It could actually be detrimental to them. Doesn't matter. I don't need any of that shit. Oh, there we go. Germany has been defeated. German Reich capitulated. And we gave back a lot of territory to them. Now, taking the Germans out of the war, that takes a lot of pressure off us. And we occupy all of Germany. But of course, yeah, they get that back. Okay, now we just need to defeat these guys. They don't have the supplies to hold up against us. Well, we don't have the whole of Germany. We've got to try and get more of this. So these guys here. Slow down. Let's just set up a front line across here. We saved them as well. Yeah, just get that done as quickly as possible. Yeah, without Germany, you guys aren't going anywhere, are you? I can't believe that worked. Spearheaded straight to Berlin and Hamburg, and then boom, Germany's gone. Hitler is out of here. Well, he's still technically in power, but government in exile. Oh, look at this. Italy doesn't have any troops on the border here. I'm gonna yoink it. I'm gonna yoink it, and I'm gonna take Italy for myself. Okay, I only need one of you to go after it. The rest of you, stop moving. Get your ass down here. Okay, I want them pushed back. Fuck me, it doesn't even matter anymore. I don't care. Just research whatever. I don't care. All the Italians, they're if we can cut them off, one of you, yeah, they're strategically redeploying. They're so desperate to get back here. They're abandoning Hungary. Okay, everyone in here. Let's get an offensive line going. And indeed attack. Oh, actually, hang on. This doesn't actually look like it's going to work. They've brought their troops back in time. We only managed to take a couple of regions off them. Our guys were too slow. Still, with Germany out of the war, okay, we're going to need more guys back over there. So the last pockets of German resistance are coming in from here. They'll be done soon. That belongs to us. I want this destroyed. And push them back across. Next thing I think we need to do is take out them. So what's going on over here? These guys here have declared war on us. Probably for the best. How many men did we lose in all that? 88,000. Of course, there's going to be huge unrest. I'll worry about that another time. Get them out of here. Hang on, Denmark's our enemy as well, so we need to come up here and finish them off. Well, Americans, you've got your ins. Go in here and start killing them. It should be easy for you now. Wipe out Spain. I don't give a shit about them. What we want to do here, I think, is take these two regions here, which were originally ours. And that way, everyone in there is pocketed. While they're trying to make a retreat, pin them down or just push them back, it doesn't matter. This is our territory, you're not welcome here. Filthy Hungarians. Alright. Get over here. Time to conquer Denmark. This isn't really working either. Well, we took this though, that's good. It would have been better to have pocketed them, but even just taking this territory back and getting ourselves back to here would be worth it. Now we're going to defeat Denmark. Doesn't matter. Like, we don't have the resources to make the stuff that we need anyway. Actually, I could make more of this, I suppose. Because that only requires steel. We've got plenty of steel. And as for... Yep, make some destroyers. Got all the resources needed for that, that's good. Oh, they managed to repel us. Maybe I need more troops over here. Good, we actually managed to cut some of them off. They've been pocketed. Oh no, they stay right there. They're desperate to try and connect back with these guys, because there's 20 battalions there. Good, welcome out. Okay, now over here. Yep, nothing's going on here. They've been making a bit of an attack, but it's nothing major. I didn't think coming through here was a good idea. As soon as they started putting troops there, I was like, nah, fuck it. We can certainly start pushing back against them here. I mean, it's pretty easy to invade Romania this way. Now they're attacking us pretty hard and heavy here. We don't have enough troops to defend it. Where the fuck are all our troops? We're over here. Yep, pocket them first. Get rid of them. Shit, they're making a pretty hard attack over here. Alright, I'm gonna need some of you guys. Back off. Get over here. Because we're getting pushed back. We only had like 1 or 2 units on each of these borders here. Yeah, we're not going to be able to hold this. There's no forts or anything. At least these men here are dead. They weren't able to do anything there. Wasn't enough. Alright, so these planes here, I want them to move into Czechoslovakia. And air intercept for us. Actually, get in over here before we lose it. Alright, well, we're probably going to lose it. So move to there. Too many units over here. Quick, bring him over. Now, while these guys are pushing hard over here, I imagine that the Allies are going to start to push into this direction. But here's the thing, I don't want the Allies gaining territory. I want to get as much out of this as possible. It's just that the Axis forces seem to be focusing on me. Don't focus on me. Focus on other non-fascists. Half of these guys as well. Move right over here. If I can retake this airport here. Switzerland capitulated to... Oh crap. I don't have enough troops to send over here. Well, at least there's Allied forces. They don't have military access though. Don't attack anymore. Just defend. Alright, how are we going? I mean, they're pushing us back. But, you know, this was all easy gains from Germany's surrender. They haven't even left any troops over here. They don't care about this territory. So this is where we'll get them. A bunch of troops here not doing anything. There's still a lot on this side. Come over here. They could use some reinforcements. I really need a lot of troops over here. Move it. Okay, good. They've given up on this territory here for some reason. Maybe they're having trouble in Sweden. Fine by me. I don't really care what we research now. Okay, good. Making gains down here. Now I don't want to use a war plan thing just yet, because I just don't think. Because I need to be flexible. I need to pick holes in their defenses. If we go up against this, we'll get absolutely creamed. We're outnumbered here. We need to... Shit. They're coming through here. Bloody Swiss. Just try and contain them as much as we can. Okay, holding on to this position here isn't worth it. Defend this position. Retaking our settlements in Romania, which we gave up. I've still got a lot of manpower. Haven't really been losing much at all. So far in the war we've lost 162,000 men, but this has gone up. It's probably gone up because we took back some of our core population, and we have non-core population in Germany, with lots of resistance here. But I'm just waiting on these. They'll take a little while. In fact, I don't need them to be veterans, so. I don't think extra experience is going to help them at all in maintaining public order. Actually, put them in an army. Just, who cares? Probably going to need 2 in Berlin. I might even need more than this. Alright, we'll start with that, because we still have to deal with this as well. Because they're taking it back a little bit against, because the allies are just totally worthless. You get out of there before you get killed. Just try and contain them. Okay, seems like we've got it contained up until here now. This is the problematic area. Let's get out of there. So it seems like Spain's able to hit these guys back. You'd think the Americans would have taken this opportunity to, when he basically gave them back France, to at least deploy their troops here. They didn't get their shit together in time. Going well here, badly here. At least there's a lot of fighting over here between both sides. That's good. Okay, we've got it all under control, except for this here. So who are the main enemies now? Italy's got about 251 divisions, so they're nowhere near as strong as us. But the problem is that, you know, that's not all we're up against. Neo-Ottoman Empire, they're nothing. Hungary is fairly strong. Nationalist, fuck me, Nationalist Spain's huge. That's who's giving us the shits. It's not Italy. Don't worry about it. Back off, back off. Damn it, they need more organization. I don't need all these guys here. I've almost got this locked off. Crossing here. send 5 across there, the other 5 will go and deal with this. Looks like Denmark will be taken out of the picture in a moment. Alright, so how are we going with resistance stuff now? It's not as bad, but there's still more that needs to be dealt with. Doing reasonably well. Come down here and attack there. Good. I didn't even care about any of this. Just who cares? Oh, how the fuck did they get through us there? I need this fort back, but they've. No, it's not actually repaired. We're not going to be able to take it back. Just forget about it. At least we stopped them from coming out that way. I think now we need to sort of play this a little bit more defensive. Once we've got our lines set up and secure, then maybe we'll focus on the east. Because for some reason Japan didn't declare war. We can still justify a war against them and get this over and done with. Because there's a lot of units over here that are tied up not doing anything. But right now it's probably for the best while I'm dealing with this. Push them back. No, it's not going to work. Too many damn Spaniards. Okay, this position here isn't worth anything, so withdraw it. Attack them here. Because this one is worth a lot. Otherwise I have to completely surround it. No, mistake. Shit. Right here. No one's there, they could just sneak right past it. Okay, don't need 15 men here. Okay, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to progress too much further. It's all bloody Spain. They're actually called the North Sea Empire, not Denmark anymore. Well, doesn't really matter, they're about to... They got nothing. Capturing this isn't going to be that valuable to us either. Okay, good, we managed to take this back. Come on, we'll lock this down. Shit, what's happened there? Well, hopefully they get back before you are defeated. It doesn't look like you've got much longer. These guys here are pretty much dead. Just need to get to Copenhagen now. How many factories does Spain have? Not that many. I don't know how they've got so many divisions. Especially after they had a civil war. They're incredibly powerful. They're the ones that are giving us all the shit up here. It wasn't Italy. You can see more than half of these are Spanish troops. I don't have a lot more to give over here. Where are we overly concentrated? Right here. No, what the fuck? They gave up Vienna for some reason. Oh, I must have withdrawn all the units that were actually fighting. Alright, so with they actually managed to get to so who owns that? Well, I'm not at war with them, so I don't really care. I want these guys to get over here. More defenders over there. I don't need this many over here. I'm gonna send a bunch over here so I can make sure we got this line defended. That's 200,000 men already. Get back in there. They're pushing us back. Taking on Germany was easy, but these other motherfuckers... But then again, I caught Germany with their pants down. Okay, all of this seems somewhat under control. I'm not going to get across over here for the most part, just because of the forts. You need to be over here where things are going badly for us. They've retaken Frankfurt. Well, I don't have any more troops to offer, that's the problem. We have a gap over here. I need to close this gap here. I just don't have enough troops. Okay, where is somewhere where I'm overly concentrated? Okay, I probably don't need these guys. Pull them out of this. And then get them up this way. Thing is, with this many factories, it might take a long time for Spain to actually give up. But then again, they must be fighting a lot of allied forces over here. Surely they're getting worn out. Then again, it's also 1949. They've probably got a lot of stockpile. Okay, get back. I don't want to get pocketed. The territory is not that important. We knocked Germany out of the war. That's great. I mean, they're not coming back in, are they? Yeah, not yet. I just can't close this. Give up this position here, it's not worth it. Maybe level 9 is the highest it can get. Doesn't get any more. Supply costs are pretty good. This guy is amazing. That's how army's the best in the world. We're just not the largest army in the world, that's the problem. We're badly outnumbered against these fuckers. Gotta close this gap here. Push them back across. Don't let yourself get bloody cornered. You get the fuck out of there. It's just, we're so badly outnumbered here, and we just, obviously, we couldn't exactly set up a line when we instantly gained these territories. So, some degree of these territories being handed back over. Just half of them, actually. They've left this undefended, I'll take it. What are you doing? Oh, that's defending that region. This fucking stuff over here, we're about to get pocketed. Pull this out. Just withdraw from it. We don't need this territory. But I need these troops. God damn it, these guys are about to get pocketed. Get them out of here. We don't have military access here. You're gonna have to force. Just move it quickly. None of this territory matters. Even if we have to go back all the way, push us out of Germany, it doesn't matter. Germany lost a lot of divisions because of this. Okay. Yeah, at least we got him out. Just can't contain this situation. I don't know what to tell you. Leave this. We don't need it. I can't let him micromanage this guy as well, and I don't want to put him in a front line because we're so badly outnumbered, and it doesn't work well against it when you're outnumbered. It only works well when you've got power. We just haven't had time to set up a defensive situation. Being attacked everywhere. I mean, they must be losing so many troops in doing all this. Won against Germany, but now we're losing against goddamn Spain. Okay, pull these two out. It doesn't matter. Just pull. Yeah, just put them back to where they originally came from. Pull back from there. We can't control all of it. I just don't have enough troops. We're so badly outnumbered just because of the Spanish. I can't believe how many troops they've got. But the aggressiveness of their actions, surely they must be losing millions of men. Look at that, yeah. They've lost 2.81 million men. Let's have a look at the Spanish. Because that's what's pushing us back, no one else. So they're on resistance suppression. Maybe I should be doing something like that as well. It does use up political power. Well, we've got plenty of that. So let's see here. What if we went with division training time? We don't really need any more of that. Resistance suppression. Yeah, let's get. We're gonna need repairs. Don't have many troops over there. I just don't trust a front line in this particular situation. Okay, they seem to have given up over here and focused. Actually, they've gone elsewhere. They've just given up over here. I knew if we were just diligent, they'd focus their efforts elsewhere. I don't know what they're doing. Because don't forget, they're fighting against the Allies as well. We're only fighting on one front, they're fighting on two. It's not particularly defensible territory. Let's try and get across the river. I don't need these territory here. They're not going to get Germany back into power by taking them. Maybe they were just reforming. I guess if we could try and control this river here, that would be alright. Don't get this position, retreat back to here. Yeah, we'll try and control this river here, and I think that if we can manage enough time to fortify, they'll struggle to retake it. God damn it! Better if we hold this position here. If I stretch them too thin, they'll just get across. Where have I got more troops that I can use? Oh, God damn it! Now these guys are losing. Because the goddamn Spanish. Well, at least their strength is going down. Look at us. We're way short. Okay, so never mind, stay put. No time to build forts either. How's all this stuff going anyway? Still building forts in like Slovakia. I don't really care. 8 men over here is probably not needed. Let's bring another 2 of them up over here. Actually, yeah, you go over there, and another 6, good. We've almost got it closed up. Then we just need to secure it as much as possible. Might best if we give this up to strengthen this position here. Try and hold our ground in this area and let the Spanish just wipe out their own troops. I also just realized that we've been making a lot of planes. We'll have air superiority quite easily. Also, I haven't made any of those strategic bombers, so I should probably start doing that. What strategic bomber 2? Where is it? Oh wait, you only get 1. Okay, you have to take that. Move up its priority. Yeah, we lost a few factories, but that's okay. Almost got this under control. Alright, with that, we've got a defensive line. It's not the best defensive line, but at least it's something. But still, we managed to conquer 80% of Germany in this episode. I mean, we got the whole thing, but then holding it was kind of difficult. It was a mad rush to get what we could get. It's a good thing we didn't go too aggressively into Italy just because we saw it undefended, because, man, the Spanish got here very quickly. Alright, stop that. Okay, with all of that fortified, this is stalemate here now. They can't cross over, nor can we. What we'll do, just to make sure of it, fortify this border. Actually, I'm pretty sure gave that up. Oh fuck it, I'll just go full up, all out. I don't have anything else to construct really. And make sure that's been made a priority. Once even just a handful of those have been built, they're not getting across. So you might be thinking, well, what do we do now? Well, here's what we do now. Nukes. Look at this. They haven't put any units over here. I'm just... Oh, fuck me sideways. We'll control this river. Let's go, 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 go. I'll cancel the construction of these as soon as I'm done with this. Back across. More to be gained. It's a much stronger river position. Over here. Or even that as well. Maybe, I don't know what's going on with them. So if that's the case. It's already started some of the construction, just cancel it. I mean, they may end up pushing us back, but if that's the case, well, we'll get started on all the other stuff in the meantime. That's not where I wanted you to go. Yeah, here. I think what's actually happening is that the Allies are over here fighting them. The Spanish down here... Yeah, the Spanish are fucked. Look, they're out of supplies. They're out of equipment. They were just far too aggressive. Sure, they pushed us back, but it was at too great a cost. And now what are their units just have no equipment left. I'll be taking Frankfurt back, thank you very much. They've given up some of this position. They're not faring so well. Pushing back across. So who's this here? But that's us up against Spanish and French. Oh no, you don't. Don't you dare try and pocket me. Okay, I need more troops over here. What have I got? Don't need 11 there. Get them up here. Looks like they might actually push us back across the river. They've brought more troops over here. Alright, just yeah, get back across the river. It was a nice thought, being able to... Would you stop fucking doing that? To be able to, take it away from them, but, just let the Allies weaken them a fair bit first. Pull back across the river. Don't worry about Frankfurt, just let them have it. And, like I said, if they were ever going to do that again, then just resume construction. Get back across, hurry. We're gonna build the forts. Okay, across there. Don't bet the position, get back here. Franco. Good manage to get a fort in there. Gotta defend the river crossing. It would have been great if we could have taken the other river crossing, but, you know, just didn't have enough. I'm still confident that the Spanish, they have lost. I mean, it's just a case of, right now, it's not worth going up against them. They still outnumber us by a huge margin. So let them grind up the last of their resources, and maybe let the Allies take the damage while we play this defensively. Cross over here. And when you're there, get over here. Not over here. Alright. That looks reasonably secure. Oh shit, that's one of the forted areas. Fuck. Don't let them have that, we gotta get that back. Come on, hopefully we get there before them. Alright, good. Okay, we managed to re-establish our defensive line. Let them grind up against it. Alright, how are we going elsewhere? Okay, over here there's a bit of promise. How are we going with this war? So we've lost 250,000. So Spain seems to be the main contender now that we're going up against. They've lost so many men in this war. How are we going with all this stuff as well? Might be a good idea if we send a few of these around. Alright. So we're at an hour and a half, and I'll play for about, I don't know, 5 more minutes. Good, and as the forts continue to build, they'll have less and less chance of getting across. That position there would be really good for us to take, that because we'll have the river crossing there as well to defend, but I don't know, I just don't think they'll be able to cross it. So does Germany still have any troops left? Between 3 and 5. There seems to be a whole lot of resistance here, but even if we succeeded here in victory, okay, I'm gonna do that. What do they want? No. Even if we took out the Turks, it's not really going to help us that much. The Turks are not that strong. They haven't really put a lot of troops over here. If we put more pressure on them, maybe they'll put less pressure on us over here. But then again, now that we've got this river crossing, we've got the forts, let them grind up against us and lose millions of troops. Have a look at this. My fielded manpower is actually close to theirs. I mean, they've got about 2 million more than me, but I'm used to being outnumbered 3 to 1. Look at this over here as well. They've had a chance to build up on the border. Getting these guys out is going to be more difficult now. But still, it's just one. They don't seem that well organised. I got half a mind just to disband them. But that would just be a waste of manpower. I mean, they're not using up any supplies because I can't get it to them. Let's try to get to Constantinople. And over here, just gain whatever we can that's easy. That's good. Just don't have enough troops here to do anything. So where are we? We're probably too fortified here. Let's send some more troops down here. Yeah, look at the Spanish. They're really running low on their equipment. I want to deprive them of factories, but oh, hang on, who's this? Netherlands are occupying them. Well, good, I suppose. It's not going well over there. He needs another troop to help him out. Still too aggressive over here. Look at the attack and defense of our units here compared to them. It's just a matter of numbers. They have more. We've got the best army in the world by far. Yeah, he can't get any higher than level 9. Yeah, see, they're bringing more troops down here. They're losing territory, so they're like, fuck, gotta do something about it. Get the Russian back, thank you. Good, over here they're losing territory. Wonder why Japan didn't want to go to war with us. Probably for the best now. It's a bit of a stalemate now. Just trying to gain little bits of territory, wait for the Spanish to completely run out of manpower, and then we go and crush them. They must be scraping the battle. They just must be. Let's have a look. So yeah, he's scraping the battle. They've got no manpower left. So yeah, they're running on fumes. So if we look at them, all adults serve. So Italy still got a lot, but it's the Spanish that I said that were being so aggressive. Let them run out of troops, and then we'll be able to defeat them easily once they're just out of troops. Back off, back off. Okay, it seems like we got everything stable now. How are we going with this? Oh, that's been handed over to... They got the whole thing. It doesn't matter, I don't need it. I'll tell you what, air superiority. Why don't we just get a new air wing? Sure, I've got heaps of the jet fighters now. Yeah, look at that. We've got more than 1,000. With air superiority over here. That'll give them even less chance of attack. And we'll get another one here. Stretched a bit thin on this side here. Alright, I think that's a good place to end the episode here. So, I'd say that we're certainly going to win against Axis powers. It's just a matter of not fucking it up and attacking them too soon. Let them grind up against our forts, wasting all their manpower, and then when there's nothing left, we'll just mop them up. Just like we did with the Soviets. Anyway, that's the end of this episode, so like and subscribe. Part 6 is next, and don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.